I'm not live yet. I'm just testing the volume to see how the music and my voice sound all at once. Plus there's a delay, so it's all very weird. I'm gonna go ahead and just turn that up a scooch. I think we're almost there, guys. Okay. Yeah, I think that sounded better. Alright, hey, I'll see you in a second. I'll see you live. Oh my goodness. How about that right there? I'm sorry, I'm playing with the problem is there's no real way to test this without actually being live because I can't hear my audio output from my broadcast software. Okay. I'm feeling good about that. Hey, we're going to start streaming here in about 5 minutes. Tell all your friends to come check it out. Good morning! It is 7 o'clock straight up time for the morning, aMEOWncements. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, here's the thing. We have a great show coming up. I've got a lot of stories to tell you. I'm going to introduce you to the prize pond to tell you how you can win prizes. But before we get into that, I'm pretty sure my house is haunted. I know that everyone says that, and then everyone assumes that their house is haunted, and it's never actually haunted. But I'm pretty sure my house is haunted. Here's the thing. I got a pet camera at the DI for $6. This isn't just a thrift brag, but I did get a Wi-Fi pet cam for $6. It's got a camera, there's a little treat dispenser, a microphone, so you can check the app and look in on your animals anytime. You hit the button, it shoots treats. It's really great. Okay, but here's the thing. I was watching it yesterday, and I swear I saw a ghost. I'm not kidding. So I got the video here. It's scary, but you're gonna think I'm crazy. Just keep an eye on the couch. I'm gonna switch to it here in just a second. When you're watching, there's a blue couch. Just keep your eye right behind there. You'll see it anytime. So there it is. Keep an eye. Oh my gosh. Did you see it? I'm serious. Like, no, hold on. I'm gonna play it one more time. Watch him. Watch him. It happens really fast. He's gonna start on this side. Ghost. There is a flippin' ghost in my house. So I kept watching this pet camera, and you're not gonna believe what this ghost did next. Here he is scaring my cats, chasing the cats around. Oh, can you do that, can? Scary ghost. Oh, Freddy, he looks like he's floating in midair. I can barely even see the ghost. Twerk, stop it. Okay, well, that was all pretty bad, but I think the worst of it came when I caught this ghost doing something he should not be doing. This is not cool. Watch him. He reaches right on there to my toy shelf, looks around to make sure no one's watching, and he just takes it, he pockets it, and walks away like it was nothing. Anyway, if you have a way for me to get rid of ghosts, if you have any surefire method to get me ready to get rid of ghosts, that would be very, very helpful. Thank you so much. Okay. Hi, I'm seeing everyone's comments. Good morning. I'm so happy to see you. Good morning. It's such a beautiful morning. I'm glad you guys like that. Okay. Let's see. What do we got coming up next? All right. Here's the crazy thing. I have been thinking a lot about how we can keep making this morning announcements, this morning show, bigger and bigger and bigger. And one of the things that I loved doing on the radio is giving away prizes. The prizes were always the best part, right? So I invented something that I'm calling the Nightcat Prize Pond, all right? Back here, I have got myself a little fishing pole. I've got myself a little fishing net right here. Here's how it's gonna work. I have a Nightcat number. We'll talk about that, a little more detail in a second. But the number is 601-557-CAT1. 601-557-2281. I'm going to ask you to text your name to 601-557-CAT1. If you text your name over there, at the end of the show, when we get into the prize pond, will call one of you to play live for a prize. You don't have to answer any questions. You just have to pick, do you want the fishing pole or the fishing net? So text me right now, your first name, only if I can call you in probably like 20 minutes and you can answer and play a game. Again, that number is 601-557-CAT1. Wait till you see the prize pond. It's going to be so much fun. So that'll be really, really fantastic. While we're doing business real quick, I do also want to point out, we've got a merch store. Nightcatmerch.com is the place to go for that. Okay. Let's talk about that phone number debacle. I'm so sorry. So the thing is, yesterday when I unveiled the phone number, it's correct now, I promise. 601-557-CAT1 is the number to call. That is the correct number. I gave you the wrong number with a 607 area code, which is apparently in New York somewhere. The 607 number never actually returned my contact, so I don't know how mad they are at us. I can't imagine they're thrilled though, is the thing. So all day, you guys might have been texting or calling the wrong number, but it's right now. And I everyone was so nice about it because it really was such a goof, and everyone was just like, oh, me too. Oh, me too. But my favorite one was, because here's the thing. I posted it wrong in the video, and then I posted a correction video, and I typed the number wrong again in the description. So then one of my friends, Katie, says, don't worry, because I didn't type 607 or 601. I typed 602 and texted a totally different person. So I feel like all of us collectively were having a hard time with numbers on a Monday. That's fine. We could do better today. The real problem here is that one, this is gonna sound like an excuse, but I promise it's not. I have on trial contacts right now. My real contacts aren't going to be in for a while, and the trial pair is just like a little bit wrong. I can still mostly see, but it's just a little bit wrong. And the one looked like a 7, and I put 7 all over everything. So that is remedied now. 601-557-CAT1 is the number to call. Another listener was texting me and saying that apparently someone at a hardware store had flipped the last 2 numbers in the hardware store's phone number. So her husband kept getting texts and calls for this hardware store forever. It got to the point where he left the hardware store's real phone number in his voicemail just so that they didn't keep calling him back to get to the hardware store. So I'm glad I'm not the only one that's having a hard time with that. All right, I think it is time for us to get into the news. Let's get into the news segment here on the morning aMEOWncements so that you go to work, you're prepared to talk about anything that anyone wants to talk about. And let's get these started with Comic-Con. San Diego Comic-Con has been postponed to 2022. They are not doing an in-person event again this year. They're going to go virtual just like they did last year. Now, here's part of the thing though. Last year when they went virtual, they had manufactured a bunch of the toys and swag and merch as if it were not going to be virtual, and they sold it cheap, and there was some good stuff. If you missed the Jurassic Park anniversary toy, it was a giant shaving cream can with a little Dennis Nedry figure in it, and it lights up and it says, Johnson, we got Johnson here. It was really cool. So hopefully we'll still get a mad dash of cheap merch, but who knows. They say that they were really excited about it. They were really heartened to hear that there was news of a vaccine, that it was possible we might be able to do it, but they just think that July is still a little bit too soon to be doing a live event of that magnitude, because, I mean, Salt Lake Comic-Con is gigantic, right? The event will continue virtually just like it did last year with the Comic-Con at home. That's going to be July 23rd through the 25th. So keep your eyes out for that. Okay, this is the best. Let's see. Amazon. This is the old Amazon logo. You might still probably be pretty familiar with it. In fact, until this story broke yesterday, I had no idea that they had even really changed it. That's how little attention I paid. But back in January, they changed it to this puppy. So it went from being a shopping cart to a box with a piece of tape on it. Now here's the thing. That's fine, right? I wouldn't think twice about it. It just looks like a box with tape on it with the little Amazon smiley. The problem is, people started saying that that looks like a Happy Mouth with a Hitler mustache. They were comparing it to Hitler. And like I said, at first I'm looking at this thing like, I don't think so. That doesn't look Hitler-y to me. But hold on. This is Jerome, the Area 51 alien. And now, what do you think? It is a little Hitler-y. It's pretty bad. And now that I'm really looking at it, yeah, how did you not know? How did you not see it? And even if like the people who designed it didn't realize what it was, it had to have gone through layers of approval, and nobody stopped to think, there needs to be like a panel of 6th graders at every major company who can look at something and be like, oh yeah, I can make a fat joke about that. Oh yeah, I can make a inappropriate joke about this, that, or the other. That looks like a Hitler mouth. That looks like Hitler's mouth, is what a group of 6-year-olds or 6th graders would have told Amazon. Unfortunately, they did not take that in time. They have recently updated, so if you look at your phone right now, it actually won't look like the mustache tape box. It's going to look like that puppy. Just got rid of the serrated edges, gave it a little fold. Now, it took them less than 2 months. Remember, that was, the other one was debuted, the Hitler mouth was debuted in January. It took them less than 2 months to hear it, feel ashamed of the criticism, and then change the logo so that, you know, they didn't seem like really bad people. But if you want my opinion, Amazon, maybe you should answer your workers as quickly as you answer people on the internet. Because if you answered your workers, you might actually be pretty decent people. Stop letting your workers strike and start helping them out a little bit, man. It's disgusting. Jeff Bezos has way too much money for Amazon workers to be treated the way that they're treated. So, not so cool. Not so cool. Okay, let's see what's coming up next. Oh, this is crazy. Kim Kardashian. I don't like a whole lot of Kardashian news, but I am obsessed with celebrity stalkers. I kind of want to start stalking celebrity stalkers and just see what makes them tick. Like, what's your deal? Because, like, Billie Eilish gets them all the time, and that's extra scary because she's, you know, a child mostly still. She, I think it was somebody walked up to her house and started knocking on the door, had a full conversation with her dad about how he's just here to hang out. Billy's expecting him, and she's like, no, I'm not. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. It happens all the time. Well, Kim Kardashian was in for a scare when a crazed fan broke through her gate to her private home. So he gets in there, and he's just walking around the property like he belongs there. Which is, by the way, how you sneak into any highfalutin event that you want to. You see a fancy ballroom, and you're dressed nicely, walking with your head up, chest up, no one's gonna ask any questions. Bonus points if you get a clipboard. But he gets onto the grounds and he's looking around. Security is like, whoa, who are you? Stop it. So they were able to stop him. The sheriff got there and he starts telling the sheriff, he's like, no, Kim's expecting me. Kim's expecting me. And the sheriff's like, oh, really? And he's like, yeah, I'm Kim's husband. Sure, you look like rap mogul, sneaker mogul, self-proclaimed genius / cult runner in Wyoming, Kanye West. That is exactly who you must be. So he was cited and let go for trespassing. But I don't know, man. I just feel like maybe a night in the clink. Just something so that he realizes that it's pretty serious. You don't just break into people's houses. Because as much as I don't like the Kardashians, I also don't think it's very safe to let a guy who was trying to break into her home just walk away with a ticket that's equivalent to jaywalking. You know what I mean? That's a little too scary. So I don't know, man. I just feel like there's something more that we could do. And again, you're never going to really hear me advocate this hard for the Kardashians, but that's a real big bummer, and that sucks. Especially for Kim, who got robbed in Paris not too long ago. Tied up, robbed. That was very scary. So I can't imagine how on edge she would be about everything. All right. And finally, this cat. A concerned citizen went by the Weber County Fire Services recently to tell them that there has been a cat stuck in a tree for 4 days. Now, this actually made headline news. Literally, Weber County Fire, let's see if I can find this, there it is. Weber County Fire literally had to climb this tree to go save this cat. And he apparently had been up there for 4 days. Neighbors were getting concerned because they weren't able to get him down. They weren't able to coax him down with food or water. And so they were like, well, we know what firemen do. Firemen come and they save cats, right? So the fireman climbed up there, got the cat. As soon as the cat hit the ground, he bolted. He was looking for food and water. I love this picture, I think the most of all of them, though. Right there. Look at that face. He's sitting there, like, so the fireman's reaching up to grab the cat, pull him down out of the tree, and this cat has this face like, oh, man, I knew I messed up. Oh, all the other cats are gonna make so much fun of me. He looks really devastated. Also, he does not look like he is a big fan of firemen. And I'll tell you, if I was stuck in a tree for 4 days and some big man's firefighter hands reached up to save me from that tree, I'd be a little more appreciative than this little kitty cat right there. All right, that is the news for you. Those are like the top headlines. We'll be doing a little bit more. If you ever have any news that you want to see on Nightcat, if you're scrolling through the news throughout the day, I'm always looking for content. Why don't you just fire that on over to our phone number. Text me the link to any news articles, any stories. If you've got a personal story that happened to you, if you see news breaking, go ahead and text me, 601-557-CAT1. We'll do a Q&A, a little question and answer / I'll respond to the chat here in just a second, so keep those coming as we get into the Book of Useless Information. Now, yesterday I read to you from a book called Why You Shouldn't Eat Your Boogers and Other Gross Things About Your Body that I found at a thrift store. Now this one I didn't actually find at a thrift store. I found one of the series like this at a thrift store, and then I found this one on Amazon and I had to have it because it matched my other one. But this is the Book of Useless Information. And I wanted to go by page 115. This is something that I think is very useful information. I don't know why it's in this book, but I thought maybe we could go for it together. There are a couple that I really wanted to highlight. So this is actually what groups of animals are actually called. So you hear, a pack of wolves, a flock of, whatever birds or whatever. These are the actual scientific congregation names, including a congregation of alligators, which I don't know why that feels so formal for alligators. Alligators, congregation almost suggests like they all showed up to the same place and they didn't mean to, and they're like, whoa, why are all the alligators congregating here? I thought I was alone. Next would be, and this is one that I really wanted to bring up. This is honestly part of the reason I did the whole bit here. A clouder of cats. A clouder, that's the group name for a group of house cats. I sometimes call you the clouder, the Nightcat family. You're known as the clouder. You're all my group of house cats. I think was it Olivia? I think it was Olivia. When I called her clouder, on the Facebook, she's like, I had to go look it up because I was listening to this at work and I wanted to make sure that clouder was not an inappropriate word. It is not. Clouder, you can say, it's not a curse word. It just means it's a group of cats. An ostentation of peacocks. Like, imagine being so showy that a group of you is just like, oh, you're not going to believe these guys. They really think that they are the bee's knees. A prickle of porcupines. A prickle of porcupines. Luckily, I'm not Night Porcupine. Otherwise, you would be the Night Prickle. Porcupines. A prickle of porcupines. How about a Roomba of rattlesnakes? That feels like a robot vacuum of rattlesnakes. A bloat of hippopotamuses. I don't want to know what these scientists would name a group of me after this quarantine because I don't feel like a bloat of hippopotamuses is very nice. All right, next we've got a flamboyance of flamingos, which honestly feels just a little bit homophobic. Like, I know it's not technically homophobic, but I just feel it is a little bit. Like, someone saw, a very pretty flamingo and they're like, flamboyance. A flamboyance of flamingos. And finally, how about this one right here? We've got a business of ferrets. A ferret business. So then I spent a long time on the internet Googling business ferrets. And if you haven't yet already done that, I didn't actually pull the picture. What's wrong with me? But if you haven't Googled business ferrets, you are just missing out, my friend. There are so many paintings of ferrets wearing business hats and carrying a little briefcase. It is just so silly. All right, I want to remind everyone that if you are not yet texting, ooh, where's my number? There it is. If you're not yet texting 601-557-CAT1, do it right now. We're going to be playing a little bit of a game show live, so you text your name to 601-557-CAT1. Let me know if I can call you in probably the next 5 minutes or so, because we're going to be getting into the Nightcat Prize Pond. You're going to play live right on the show for a prize. Alrighty. Real quick, before we get into the prize pond, None of this would be possible without our patrons. If you don't know, I am on Patreon. Patreon is an awesome service where you can support your favorite artists. I love being able to do this. And honestly, since I'm not working right now, I have been able to really pour like my heart and soul into Nightcat. It has been life-changing to be my own boss for a change, and I would really like to stay independent for as long as I can. Now, I am going to have to get a grown-up job at some point, and that means that sometimes the content is going to be harder and harder to make. But with your help on Patreon, we can sort of stop that from happening for a little while. I could stay unemployed and making you giggle every morning, but I need your help financially to be able to do that. So I have 2 tiers at patreon.com/nightcatshow. You can check out the Night Kitten tier. That is $3 a month. There are lots of great benefits there. The Nightcat tier is $5 per month. You're going to get extra benefits, including a sticker, and if you join the Nightcat level, I'm going to be doing a podcast called Curiosity Killed Nightcat. It's a true crime companion podcast, very similar to the one I did on the radio called Saturday Morning Serial, and that'll be dropping soon. Nightcat patrons get it a week before anybody else. Every week you'll get it early. So join Patreon, patreon.com/nightcatshow, or head on over to the description of this video. The link tree is down there, and the link tree will have the links to all of this. Okay, I think it is time to get into the prize pond. I gotta put these on for just a second so that I'm able... I am gonna call one of you right meow. Who should I call? Let's take a look-see here. Ooh. I'm just gonna scroll. Just so you all know, I'm scrolling up and down. And all right. Let's give this one a call. I might be calling you right now. Make sure your phone is ready. Oh, we ringing. Hi, is this Erica? Erica, this is Nightcat. How are you? Oh, yeah? Okay, hold on just a second. Let me get you onto the actual video here. Erica, can you talk real quick? Oh, I'm going to turn you down just a scooch. You are the first ever contestant on Prize Pond. How are you feeling?
Super stoked.
Awesome. Where are you calling from? What are you up to today?
I'm just heading into work right now.
Oh, very nice. What do you do?
I'm a service advisor for a mechanic shop.
Oh, that's awesome. So you'd be able to tell me how messed up my car is. It's pretty messed up. It's not a pretty sight.
For sure.
Awesome. All right, Erica, here's how Prize Pond works. Behind me, I have fish tanks here. These fish tanks currently have a fishing pole and a fishing net. I'm going to let you decide if you would rather take the fishing pole or the fishing net prize. I'm going to have you pick right now. Would you like the hook or the net?
Let's go with the hook.
You're going to go with the hook? Okay. Oh, it's a bit of a fighter. What do we got? It is. Oh, this is too cute. Okay, Erica, you have got yourself a cat plushie with a handmade Nightcat pin. I don't know if you're on the YouTube so you can actually see what it looks like, but
I can't see it yet.
Okay, it's really cute. It's little. It's got a button. Now, here's the thing. Obviously, we got to make this a little challenging. The cat is cute, but there's still a net back there. And there's a second prize back there. If you want, I'll let you trade the cat for the net. Would you like to trade right now?
Yeah, let's go for it.
You want to go for it? Oh, I was hoping you would say that. All right, give me 1 second, Erica. And we've got... Let's see what we have netted for you to trade your Nightcat in for. Oh, you've got a sticker that says, "Living my okayest life." It's not great. It's just okay. So it's not quite the plushie, but it is still very, very cute. I'll make sure that gets in the mail to you. How do you feel about that?
Cool. That's awesome.
Good. Does that? Are you apathetic? Would you say that goes in line with your personality?
With the sticker?
Yeah. Just I'm okay. I'm not doing great. I'm just living my okayest life.
No, I think life is awesome.
Oh, good. That's what I like to hear. All right, Erica, I will text you a little bit later and get your information. Thank you so much for playing.
Cool. Yeah, thank you.
All right, text you later. Bye. If you would like to be on Prize Pond, just like our friend Erica there, you can do so by texting our talk line. Our talk line, every morning I will go live here on YouTube. I'll ask you for your name. I'll call one of you to play another rousing game of Prize Pond, which means the plush kitty is still in play with the handmade button. Also, if you would like to buy any of these, I'm going to have the plush kitties up very soon on Nightcat merch. So check out nightcatmerch.com to see all of the really, really cool things that I have. Okay, let's see here. Oh, I never actually thanked the patrons. I just talked about how you should join me on Patreon and didn't thank the ones who did. What is wrong with me? I would like to send a very special thank you to the group of patrons who have already made all of this possible, including Prize Pond, the new camera, the lights, the everything. Andrea Wood, thank you, dear. You're the best. I really appreciate it. Ashley Wolfenden, great last name. The incredible Wolfenden. That is solid. Don't ever change that. Keep that forever. Unless you married into it, in which case, solid change. I don't know what your name was before, but Wolfenden is great. Bailey Farnworth. I had to check like 4 or 5 times that it was not Farnsworth because I'm watching Futurama. It is Farnworth. Hi, Bailey. Brittany Snyder and Brittany Soriano. You could be just like Andrea, Ashley, Bailey, Brittany, and Brittany by joining Patreon. Patreon.com/NightCatShow. Okay. You know, I know things are really hard right now. You might be having a hard time getting out of bed, getting to school, getting to work this morning, but I thought it would be pretty fun if we all just took a little bit of time to relax after the show. So I'm going to start a new segment on the show that I am calling 3 Minutes of Fish. I'm going to feed the fish. I'm going to leave a camera on them. I'm going to leave the stream on for 3 minutes, and you can just watch the fish eat and swim around and play, and it's going to be really, really fun. Thank you so much for joining me for morning aMEOWncements. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe, like this video. Liking it helps me get it out there to other people. Join the Patreon, check out the merch store, and most of all, have a fantastic day. Here's your 3 minutes of fish. that helped.